Okay, so first of all, 175. So it's been 6 weeks in Blue Ridge, and there hadn't been a death from COVID. Okay,
Right.
I remember the last movement that they did was they subtracted one. What are you telling me? He's got a text message.
No. Huh? Oh, take it off. Yeah, it vibrates.
Oh, vibrates that thing. Okay, so anyway, remember the last movement in that number was they subtracted one because it had been
Right.
176 before. So this is like the flu. Now, here I showed you one article in the news but we got two really important things here. What's that say?
National Park Service warns against licking
Psychedelic.
toads. No, I wanted to look. It's not I don't have my glasses, but I wanted to look and see, did that really say what I thought?
Psychedelic toads, yes.
Where do you find psychedelic toads?
Well, I'm going to tell you where you find them. In the Grand Canyon, in the Grand Canyon, Monument Valley, and in the desert areas of the West. There is a toad that has a secretion on its body that when some animal tries to eat it is like LSD or peyote. And there are tours you can take where these druggies will take you out, and if you find those toads and you lick it, you have a wildly psychedelic experience like, Indians used to do. Well, it has become now a profit center, and people are going out into the desert, and their toads are in short supply, and some people are catching the toads and bringing them in, and then they are breeding the toads so that you can go to a place and lick the toad. Now, you go to a place and buy pot now, right? 10 years ago, who'd have thought they'd be selling pot in the corner of the grocery store?
You know what? I'm sitting here thinking of a great business opportunity.
Well, that's it.
No, I think what I'll do is I'll go out there and set up an area with the nice lounge chairs and all the free potato chips you can eat, and let people smoke marijuana and sit back and watch
the people with toads
that are licking toads.
You got it. All right.
That's the only way I can make anything. I mean, I can't wrap my. Get past.
We're getting to the next one now.
Day.
We're getting to the next one. I tell people, I say, look, get your mammogram, get your colonoscopy, and I say periodically, if
Diane, write that down, because throughout the week next week, I'm going to tell people, whatever you do, don't be out licking toads. That's what's wrong with the country.
Okay.
Sorry, you have messed me up.
That's good. Okay, now I tell people that you need to go get your mammogram, and you need to get your colonoscopy, you need to get your PSA, and periodically I say, if you're over 40, you need to go get some routine eye care at some interval. I don't care whether it's 3 years, 5 years, 2 years, because retinal diseases and pressure and stuff. I haven't talked at all.
Diabetes?
Yeah,
routine eye care.
But I haven't talked about dental care. Now, I had my teeth cleaned on Monday, and I had x-rays on Monday, and I did all the right stuff on Monday. I was actually 9 months late because of something, but anyway, I went. Now, I just want you to read that one.
Half of dentists say patients show up high.
This news came out yesterday.
Give me a little more gas, Doc.
Before you get the gas, half of patients show up high. This is not a joke. This was published in dental literature on Wednesday. It was in the news yesterday, and I was in the dental office Monday. Well, I'm good friends with the dentist, so we were talking about things, and she's like me. She hasn't retired. She works a part-time week. I work a full-time week. But she mentioned to me, I'm seeing more patients for routine care who come after having had a substance. And I think that's because people get more nervous about going to the dentist than they do about going to have a colonoscopy or a surgical procedure. I don't know why, because unless they're in there doing a cap or doing something and they give you good anesthesia, you don't have much pain in the dentist office anymore.
Let me tell you why. Because we can't stand when you ask us a question and you already know the answer. Here's the point. When you tap on my tooth and you say, does that hurt? You know it hurts. You knew it hurted. You know it hurt when you went to tapping on it. Oh, that's one of the things that gets me. Tell me if this.
Well, I don't
hurt.
like it. I don't like it.
No,
and they start talking to you.
I love my dentist. I love my dentist, and this, I'm not an anti-dentite, okay? But I you go in, and it seems like everything is equated to pain. Like, tell me if it starts to hurt.
Yeah, or they're,
Why do you
they're
intend to-
scaling you. They say
Okay.
this might hurt a little.
Exactly. So anyhow.
Anyway, I thought it's interesting.
Actually, I do like my dentist. I want to be clear.
There were 30
My last experience was.
There
very
were
good.
36 articles that I showed BKP while we were in the green room. Only one had anything to do with masking or COVID, and it came out yesterday, and we ain't talking about it. But I thought that the licking the psychedelic toads and going to the dentist high were really important medical news this week. And thank you to Northside Cancer Institute and Georgia Cancer Specialists for this time. And Dr. Tidman is at the airport trying to get in his car and pouring down rain, and he'll be back next week.
Okay, we'll continue the toad licking conversation right after these messages with the All-Star panel. They were over there laughing about it, so we'll ask them. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Whaley. Dr. Tidman, we hope you have a safe trip. I appreciate the hard work you put in. You really do. You study these questions, you bring so much information, and you allow me to ask the greatest questions in the world.
Well, you did ask the good question.
Yeah, you allow that.
All right.
Hey, we'll be back
break.
right after these messages with Rick and Bruce.